So, in this video today, I just want to talk about what happens when a psychic medium is connecting to the energy of a deceased, individual. These kind of readings, these kind of channelings, and these sessions, they get really personal, but they also get very, very overwhelming. And the reason why they're so overwhelming is because some of these spirits have not crossed over. Some of these spirits are very, very upset and pissed because they don't know why they're stuck somewhere for so long. And this is where a lot of hauntings, poltergeists, a lot of activity that has to do with the trapped spirit start to take place. So when these spirits start to come forward, it can be kind of dangerous because you never know who you could be connecting to unless you were to kind of read them slightly first. I wouldn't recommend anyone just bringing anything into their body, okay? Because some of these people have specific kind of personality traits that you might not want to be tied up or mixed into. These type of readings get so, I'm trying to look for a certain word, but there's not really a word for this. It's crazy. That's what I'll say. We'll put it that way. The things that you see, the things that you feel, the things that you even smell and taste sometimes, the memories that you go back into of a completely kind of oblivious person to you because they're a complete stranger. You start to see into the personality of this being. You start to take on the actions of this being. You may start to speak like this being. If they have an accent, that might come in pretty thick. Their emotions will definitely come forward. And you'll slowly, the more you hold on to this connection with the spirit, for a certain client or for somebody, who's in a circle for a seance with you, you'll notice that you start to get drastically drained, but you also start to connect even more to the spirit. So it makes it a lot more overwhelming than it needs to be sometimes. And this is the reason why I stress heavily on grounding, so that you don't let yourself get so taken away when that spirit comes forward. Because it can be hard to let that energy back out. It can even be hard when you're doing a possession rite to let that energy back out. And this is the reason why there will be, a banishing ritual that's performed after. This is the reason why after that ritual, after the banishing, someone will just get up and go eat a sandwich or something, or go get up and go do something completely different than what they were just doing, to take their mind off of what exactly just happened, so they're not obsessing and tampering with the results that they were, looking for. You don't want to overdo it and burn yourself out, because that can easily happen when it comes down to this kind of shit. It's gnarly, and it can be very, very, very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. So I definitely stress that protection, practicing on the steps that you need to take to bring forward these energies so you can get used to being around the dead. Because I'm telling you, it's an entirely different world when you're interacting with the spirits of the deceased. it's completely different. The more you connect, the more you become them. The more you become them, the more you learn from them, the more that you become them, the more you become like them. Sometimes even altering your personality permanently. This is the reason why this shit can get very, very difficult, and that mediumship nor necromancy should be considered toward anybody that is not advanced, because it gets very confusing and it gets extremely raw. It's shit that you don't want to fuck with if you're not experienced in. It's hard and physically exhausting, but it's in a way very rewarding, because at the end of the day, I'm just really happy to see that I can connect to someone to really deliver a message that someone really needs to hear. You know, that family member or that girlfriend or that grandmother or the husband or that wife that they need to hear at that time, or even the son. It feels good to be able to deliver those messages and see that look in their eyes when they actually find that peace. When we confirm that there truly is a real connection to that spirit. It is a very beautiful thing, but as with everything, it definitely comes with a price. So you have to be extremely careful.